'cause I was screaming loud. Did you hear my cries before it all came crashing down?
Why'd you let me fall? I know I waited too long, left you alone. Your love, it came and went, so you carried on. And now I'm laying by myself. Trapped between two walls, and now they're closing in on me. It's all in my head, and I know that I don't belong. I don't think I'll escape this hell. I don't really think you hear me. Demons all around, they near me. Pouring up, I'm numbing feelings. Folding every hand they dealing. I feel I'm inching towards the other side.
Why'd you let me fall, girl? Why'd you let me down? Why'd you give me up before the end of the world? Did you hear me screaming? 'Cause I was screaming loud. Did you hear my cries before it all came crashing down?
Why'd you let me take your heart and break it to a million pieces? Oh, I can't forgive you 'cause I'm too far gone, and now I'm chasing after myself. Caught between the fault of everything that life it throws alone. It always seems to be so fucking wrong. There's no way I could leave this hell. I don't really think you hear me. Demons all around, they near me. Pouring up, I'm numbing feelings. Folding every hand they dealing. I feel I'm inching towards the other side.
Why'd you let me fall, girl? Why'd you let me down? Why'd you give me up before the end?
Hello, Star Trek League of Man fans. How y'all doing? Hopefully you are having an amazing weekend. Did your sports ball team do the balling of sports? Did they? If they did, congratulations. I hope they triumphed. If they did not, well, you will smite them next time. You're going to love 49? David, there's nothing in this game I don't know or not prepared for, man. I was ready to come here when I came here. I am level 49 now, and I will be here for a while. So you don't have to feel like you got to warn me. I already know what it's like in the future. I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully y'all having a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you're having a fantastic weekend. We're going to talk about the events. We're going to talk about the crazy heroic. Why is it so ridiculous? And I say ridiculous while having completed it. It was ridiculous, but there was there's a logic to it. I'm not telling you I agree with the logic, but I'll at least explain the logic. We've also got the bones and pointed to your hobgoblin. Some of our events coming now for spooky season, which, as you see, I haven't done yet, but we'll finish. Hostiles, lots and lots of yummies. So pretty cool. We like that. And other stuff, right? There's other stuff. The Dallas Cowboys suck, but are Golgotha, not the devil. Thank you, Slack. Very, very much appreciate it. That's wow. Okay, you guys are smart. Y'all know too many things. Y'all know that there are too many things out there. Oh, Life Sanctus and now obsolete Ops 49. Yep, you nailed that one too. I'm obsolete at everything. They tell me that every day. All right, someone we'll send some of these out. We're going to start working on all my stuff. I've been busy with sports ball stuff today. Those that don't know have to work with the athletic and everything. So I am going to be catching up, and I'm now trying to adjust to a new dock here. I've got a new dock. I've decided it is my PvP dock, and I like it, and I love it, and it'll be my little PvP dock forever and ever and ever. You've lost both your quarterbacks with Achilles tears. Thomas, I can only assume that you mean... Surely you're not a fan of both the Packers and the Vikings at the same time. Surely you're not a fan of both. Are you double dipping, sir? What's up, Victor? How you doing? Welcome on into the show. Welcome on in to the show. You went to 50, so I could be a level 50 bro for a while before eventually going G5. Very nice, JP. I'm assuming you were ready, and I'm glad that you've done it. We celebrate people's congrats. Celebrate. Oh, fantasy. I don't do fantasy football. This is going to be a minority opinion. I think fantasy football, fantasy sports, and all that is extremely bad for the general sport of pick your choice. Y'all can do whatever you want. I think fantasy sports are bad for professional sports. But you're not going to convince all the money folks of that. But thank you, Pegasus. There's no congrats. It's not like I haven't been saving for it for months. But I did a lot. I mean, y'all saw I completed the heroic SMS. So I completed the heroic SMS. And that's all because, 1, I was ready to level up. 2, could I have waited? Yes. And then 3, peer pressure. Peer pressure. I have peer pressure because the chat from Twitch demanded that I level up. So I ended up doing it. Evening, Looney. Good to see you as well. Nick, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you. 53 and up, you need 5-star rare ore, which you can't find until 55. I'm aware, David. Who are you talking to, David? Who are you talking to? It can be fun, like fantasy baseball is way better. Yep. I don't believe in fantasy sports to begin with because you're inserting a ton of gambling and betting. And in my opinion, it also puts a really weird mindset on sports. Like, people no longer are loyal to teams. They just loyal to random players across the league. But anyway, that's just me. I'm a weird old man who gets angry at new things the kids do. So I get angry at the new things the kids are doing. It's supposed to be the Halloween event. Hey, Halloween is dangerous to say. It's a fall festival, okay? The fall festival. Do the orange and whatever colors not give it away? Yeah, I have definitely the old man yells at clouds when it comes to fantasy. Yes, Bones and the pointed ear hobgoblin is supposed to be Halloween. Yes. See the Jets and Giants game? Did not. No. Any announcements from Scopely with incursions? Nope, David, you would have heard it already. No. And that doesn't mean that incursions are like gone or going away, but clearly not this weekend. But maybe next week. We'll see. And no, I've not watched the Jets and Giants game. Saints and then did Broncos Chiefs. I've also been following my Pelicans who've started off their NBA season 2-0. So yeah. Giants had -9 passing yards. Well, having no knowledge of what actually happened, I believe it because Daniel Jones is the most overpaid and worst quarterback in the NFL. But I have no idea what happened in the game. Been loyal to your Hawks and your Niners for decades. There you go. I'm going to pick my fandoms and stick with them for the rest of my life, whether that's a good decision or a bad decision. So for those who don't know, besides Star Trek is my fandom of choice. It's my number one. Even though there are other fandoms, it is my number one. But New Orleans Saints, Detroit Red Wings, Chicago Cubs, New Orleans Pelicans, those are my tops and always have been and always will be. Like, those are my teams for professional sports. Missing November hits? I mean, probably, Ryan. I don't know. Do you get around? You've been asking around hints? It's possible you missed them. You can pick up your free treasury chest next month. I hope you won't regret it. I still have a free one sitting and I haven't collected. I probably will end up having to collect it this month no matter what because, as y'all can see on the screen, I blew a lot of resources and materials and I'm going to need to get all those back. Like, y'all, I went through a lot of materials. An obscene amount of resources. So I've got a lot of catching up to do. A lot of catching up to do. You forgot about the $20 battle pass? What was in it? What do you mean? This past month? Or are you talking about the territory pass? Because you get an opportunity to buy that again. I did go to tier 4 on here so I can get more dilly and stuff should I choose. But I need to go run more of these so I can get more of the automated ship. Oh gosh, there's so many things for me to do. Evening, LeBron. Good to see Burnt Pork as well. As Chicago Cubs, Hurricanes, and Dolphins fans, I understand being a glutton for punishment. I mean, until my New Orleans Saints won a Super Bowl in 2009, and then my Chicago Cubs won in 2000 and 16. I had never experienced, any type of success except for my Red Wings. And before anybody says, or ask why, I'll tell you the reason I grew up a Detroit Red Wings fan is because they were getting into literal fights on the ice in the late 90s, early 2000s, as in like blood was flying down on ice. They were literally beating the tar out of each other. And I fell in love with them, and then I watched them. It's the only successful team I had experienced for most of my life. So I got the reply back from Scopely regarding the Ultra Recruit token issue I told you about yesterday. Thank you, though. Awesome, Raj. Good to hear that they got back to you in what we could honestly call an expeditious manner for Scopely. I'm happy for you. I don't know how things turned out, but I'm happy you got a response. Funny thing happened. Mine 3.8 million crystal and token space for my Hydra. Recalled it, went to bed, got up, my 4-star crystal token, and finish out the SMS. So I am one of the reasons that Scopely's metrics show that people do this leaderboard and do this major SMS, and I'm sorry. Now, for those curious, because it got brought up a lot, and I know it's been discussed before, people have been asking, why is this SMS so high in terms of numbers? Why is it so hard? It's because it's not just Shaq's. They included all 3 of the epics. Now, is that a good enough reason for you to decide to go after it? Debate that in the Discord. But the reason the heroic SMS numbers are so high is it has all 3 of those PvP epics that go along with the strike teams. I went ahead and took the opportunity. But in terms of the points, the point value per officer shard is the same. They just threw in 3 officers, making really high totals. And it just comes down to how much you value PvP. I don't value them for PvP reasons. I basically just decided to level on up, get bigger, get better, get stronger. And I decided to personally go ahead and kind of take it to the next level. It just took advantage of it because I was already going, and y'all heard me talk about this. I've talked about going 49 as we get closer to, 6-star, and as we get closer to the end of the year. I was going to do that anyway. So, are there some Excel sheets out there to manage to track your alliance progress as Admiral? Sunday, I'm sure somebody has something. I don't have any handy, but I'm sure that actually does exist. If anybody in the chat has something that your alliance uses and you're willing to share, chime in and maybe we can share that out. I have not done alliance management. Like, I've not been in leadership of an alliance in close to 3 years. And that's just honestly been because of content creation. It's very tough to do this and then also be involved with the politics of the game. So, gosh, I want that so bad. Oh, I was wondering what level it was. I'm not going to 51, so that can just hang it up. I wanted to go there so bad. What's the warp range on this? Oh, 460. So I can get to these. I can get to this 50. Get to this 50. See how we do. But yeah, the level of hard work is what Scopely gave you a Sanctus level 46/sarcasm. Yes, you nailed it. You nailed it. It will be awesome. Yeah, Sunday. I do try to make content for everybody, and that's in terms of alliance management resources. There are definitely more videos I can make there. So I'm always willing for somebody to say, "Hey, Rev, you haven't made something on this. We need it." And in this case, I'll gladly lean on the community to maybe provide us some of that stuff because, like I said, I haven't. I can max out my intercepted piercing. I have not worked in an alliance leadership in quite some time, besides goofing off. So, how is your faction reps level? I'll show you, TJ. I'll show you here, TJ. So if we click on factions, click the little button here at the top right. I am the Nova. Go after with all your factions, which is nice. Split across the cross. Why is your Court of Q only level 12? My Court of Q is 23 now. Question for you, Max. Are you doing the refine? Like when you go to your forbidden tech, right here with your proto matter, are you turning it into emblems of assessment? Because that's what I'm doing. I turn my proto matter into emblems of assessment. Solar says, want to grind Vortex to go to Omega in the Terminus systems. Yeah, go for it if you want to go all the way out there with the 0.001% chance. But you can fly out there. Come fly with me. Come fly away. ATA alert. Away team? You really worried about an away team alert? Okay. I got you. I got you. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Q squared. How you doing? Good to see you. Collect at least every other day from the Q refinery. I'm just saying, like, if you are only level 12 then you're missing some pulls there. And I would encourage you to review your pulls, because you definitely don't want to miss out on getting that Q's trial building upgraded. I think there's some good fun there. There's some good Star Trek. But honestly, all these buildings are grinds, and you want to work on them as best you can. I'm going to speed through this and finally get critical on it. Yay! Because I see another one sitting right here, and I don't want to let it pass. I want to go ahead and grab that. So get Fluffy out here. And then we'll go health. And we'll do Nero and Krell. Go do the Taco Bell. You should do the Taco Bells. Go do your Taco Bells. And my Gilded Pickle just went boom. All right, so you're on a mission, and you're on a mission, so we'll worry about y'all later. All right, so let's repair our Gilded Pickle. Repair this. We'll go send it back out there. Q's trials were put off by the glitch when it was first released. Or you were put off by the fact that there was a glitch at the beginning. I can understand that, but there's still value in it. One, obviously you got your building's value. So the building itself, with its bonuses to crit damage against players and hostiles, that the hostile one's gonna be very valuable to the average person. But if you're into PvP, that helps in today's world of territory capture. Plus, if you like them, there is the forbidden tech side of things. Obviously, I'm not the biggest on the forbidden tech side of things, but we go back over here and see that freighter that I forgot to hit. And look at lucky me, it despawned because I didn't hit it. It despawned because I didn't hit it. Fantastic job, me. Are you winning your spin event? I am, Monkey. Yeah, I am currently in first place. Louis was here earlier. I don't think anybody's going to challenge me for first place on this one. I think they're going to let me have it. So, what's the best crew and ship to hit freebooters? Strange New World crew, Janeway crew. There is no specific ship that's best for freebooters, Charles. You know this. You know this, Charles. You know this. Picard Beverly Talon works nice against freebooters. Yeah, Picard Beverly Talon, or Pipe Moreau Talon can as well. Picard Beverly Talon, but most people just full Janeway or full Strange New Worlds. Either will work. Q below deck is gonna be big. So, yeah. There's no spin event on the 31st. You know that? I won now. So we never apparently people never listen. If I'm still telling people that level 53 plus freebooters will drop Nova blueprints, there's a chance, that is. Because I know I've repeated that ad nauseum since freebooters came out. Since that came out. But you know what? I get it. Not everybody can come to all the content. And there was a couple months span where everybody was so frustrated with Scopely, not everybody came out. So I get that too. Thankfully, last month, y'all graded it as in that y'all seem to be happier in October than you were for the past couple months. Still not happy, but y'all were happier. So that's good. I mean, we always like to get the feedback from the players, give it to the dev team. So shout out to that. And some of the communication, they did hire a new CM. So hopefully that's going to help with some of the communication. So hopefully good things are happening. Hopefully, kind of moving us in a better direction. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all, blow smoke up your butts and be like, hey, guess what? December, the game will be perfect. It won't. But getting out of that huge pit they put themselves in is important. So, what's the minimum strength ship for 53 freebooters? Dude, Charles. Ship power doesn't mean crap. You should know this. Charles has been around for like 4 years. Ship power don't mean anything. But you're 53, you're probably not beating with an auger. You're not beating with that's big. That's not going to beat a 53, bud. That auger's going to not touch the paint on a 53. You're going to need a 4-star ship to hit 53s. And you're definitely going to want to make sure you're paying attention to the triangle too, depending on what you're trying to punch up with. But yeah, that auger is nah. No, that's going to hurt. Your stronger ship is your auger. Charles, we're going to get you something stronger. We got to get you into a 4-star boat at some point. So off the bat, is there something from Infinite you like seeing STFC? Max, 2 completely different games. So I don't really know how much you can kind of compare it to them. If I just name something, like, hey, just name something. The fact that Star Trek Infinite has an in-game market is fantastic. It's very nice to play a game that has a market, but yeah, they're just 2 different games. So more ads here than on Twitch. Hey, YouTube, Thank YouTube, man. YouTube's the same way. YouTube wants their money. My my ads on YouTube are set to run every 24 minutes. Every 24 minutes. Which is better than what it is if you're watching a program on TV. So. All right, collect. And we're just going to go ahead and hit some more. How much do I have in my box? Only 15,000 biotoxins. That might be enough for me to do a double pull, though. It might be enough for me to do a double pull. How long are you sitting at 49 for? A long time. I mean, I was at 46 for a while. I have no desire to go past 49 for a while. So I'm going to be sitting here. Yeah, I'm going to sit here a minute. I have no plans to jump up into the 50s on this account. But I will say the 40s as an experience was good. The economy is definitely better now than 2 years ago. And they're free to play past me. So it's time to level this account up to 49. And now my goal is, I like to set my own goals. My goals at level 49 are, I want to be over 100 million power at level 49. I want to be about 100 plus million power. And all the researches that I've now flown and unlocked, I want to start banging through researches. There's a lot of researches. So, a lot of researches here at 49. I was going to race a guild mate to the Enterprise, and the bastard just went and bought the thing to stay ahead of me. So rude. Man, he got you good on that one. The Amex is always going to win. The Amex is always going to win. He got you good on that one. All right, so that went boom. I'm going to go ahead and repair this. The biggest thing that and chat saw this on Twitch, I was like, because I completely forgot, but I got a new dock, and I was so excited about that because I had forgot that as I'm going up to 49, I was going to have access to a new dock. So now I've got a new dock. I'm very excited about that, and yeah, that's cool. What ships are you getting now? Well, there's no other ships for me to add at 49, right? The next set of ships would be at the 50s, the questies, to be honest. And that's just part of that is because of the very high cost of those blueprints. It's just ridiculous to me. I'm just going to slow roll them. I might start, I need to go do that grind tonight. But what we might start doing, though, is coming down here, got our alliance button. So let's actually open up that away team store real quick. I do need to do some regular armadas, though. But come on down here, and what I might start doing is pulling some of these. Maybe just slowly accumulating. You need 650, but, you know, maybe start slowly pulling Tribune. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that because I was also thinking about just saving these for when they finally put 5-star BPs in the away teams. So it's just, I'm still debating on the full course of moves I'm going to make, though. Can I give some hints of what will be in November? I could, but I'm not going to. I could, but I'm not going to. I've already dropped a massive hint to my captain's quarters. And I think that's the only place I've dropped a hint is in the captain's quarters. Yeah. You want a Tribune? I think the Tribune looks great. Now that I'm 49, I can actually see the Tribune. So we'll do battleship so you can see it. I actually see all the big ones. But here's the Tribune. I do love how it looks. She's big, she's beefy, she's girthy, she's juicy. And then, of course, you've got this one is what I want the most. Just because I think it's gorgeous. I loved it in the Next Generation, and I love it now. I want the Vorcha. And then way down in my late life, like before I die, getting a Dodera Dex would be really cool. So, be really cool. But yeah, that's kind of like the goals, the plans, etc. Plus, I got ships that need to be scrapped and all kinds of fun stuff and goodies. All right, so let me go ahead and start doing my refines. Oh, no. I got to go do these. All right. I do need to do some more grinding. So we're going to send this up into Dominion space. Let's go send this up into Dominion space. Because we got to do that grind. Love all these beautiful ships you'll never be able to get. You will, Burnt Port. Don't tell yourself that. Junior, yeah, we have players on in my alliance that have all 3 of the level 60 epics maxed. So as of today, so we checked a few months ago, there were like, I think 400 level 60s. There are currently in the game. I'm going to go take a look. How many level 60s we got now? There are currently around 750 level 60s in the game right now. So it's basically doubled. So there's a lot of people who are at level 60 now. I'm not going 50, Brett. Nope. I'm not going 50. I'm not doing that. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, one player who rushed and has 2 G4 epics now maxed out. Hey, those can be powerful if you're the first ones there. There's going to be some love there. There's going to be some love there. A lot of rich mofos. Well, there's definitely some rich mofos in our alliance. But let's see. Anders 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. So that's 5. 60, 60, that's 7. 8. I think. Yeah, that's 8. And then Anubis at 9. Tigger. All right, so 9. We've got 9 60s on NIA. And then obviously Jet's a 60, Stone's a 60, Trader, she's always on DJ's show. Y'all know who Trader is. So I think Mark said he went 60. Yeah, Mark is at 60. There's just a lot here. You're talking about 60s, you're trying to get your 46 ships. Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I just went from 46 to 49. But I always love planning for the future, right? Like, here's my Pylum. I'm working on taking it to tier 9. I'm right there with you. Just saying. I still dream of what it's like to have an Enterprise D. I dream. I'm allowed to dream. I'm allowed to dream. That's a lot of money in that alliance. I mean, yeah, people spend, but I don't judge them for that. If they've got the money to do it, then do it. Have fun. Spend that money. Spend that money. All right, we're gonna get some grinding in here. We also got to do our faction grind, which I can probably get away with using this. We swap it out for, you know, my Voyager would actually be really good for that. We could actually use my Voyager for faction grinding, because it's getting kind of big. We'll swap you out or drag you down here. We just need to swap out that one officer. So we're going to swap out group. And we need, who is it for? Is it Spock? Yeah, Spock. We'll attack hostile interceptors and explorers. Now we just got to go hunt some interceptors in faction space real quick. Thank you, Curly Hawk. We've actually already done our anomalous phenomenon, but I appreciate the reminder. Thank you. You're the real MVP. I love you and appreciate you. All right, let me make sure which one of these systems has got them. It is this one. All right, so we'll head that way. All right. All I think that are the big ones are still met with lower levels in SLBs. What are you talking about, Sunday? What you talking about? What you talking about? Wish you had money like that. Wouldn't have to worry about rent as much. Yeah, my mortgage is like, if you buy an Enterprise D, I will end you. My mortgage is not about that. Congrats on us 49. Thank you, Shane. Again, it's to me, it's nothing special just because I had planned for it for a while. It's nothing, not really a big deal. It's just part of my normal progression. But yeah, getting bigger and bigger. Now I've got new goals I've set for being here at 49. So STFC math is like chicken math. Well, I love chicken. I love chicken. Chicken's the best. The Pylum is your end goal. It'll be the happiest day in the game for you since building the Enterprise. One of the things about this year that I've loved so much is that I've unlocked so many faction ships. That has been part of my biggest joy, or always to be. I'll double check real quick. It's supposed to be like every 24 minutes. Let's see. Yep. Every 24 minutes is when you're supposed to see them. You recommend one. You can get more, but I'm not real big on dumping a lot of faction credits into those because faction credits is like this really annoying you have a backlog of things that you want in 4-star because everything really jumps up in faction credit cost. So I typically get my 4-star miners by grinding. Like I got my USS Hydra by pure grind. Like I didn't actually use any faction credits or anything. That was just a grind. So it just depends on you individually, but I, because of that, didn't dump a lot into it. Okay, you lied. There are no interceptors here. Where are the interceptors? I'm going to see if they're down here. I thought that would be the scout system, but let's go take a look. How's feedback coming along for last arc? So much better than the previous 2 months. Much better than previous 2 months. Like the feedback that players gave for October is much better than what they gave for August. It's still not like, ooh, the game's an A, but it definitely seems like players are much happier and more active this month, even though this month doesn't come out like the grades haven't shown that it's like an amazing month, but it definitely seems like it was seen as an improvement. And go ahead and collect these. Yay. Rare Armada directives and a couple Doctor and Tom Paris shards. Can you grind for the Mantis? The Mantis is sourced through event stores and the Incursions store. There is no place to go out and just grind it. No. There is no place to just grind it. Would be nice. Would be nice. Skip the 4-star faction miners. I would say get the Valdor, but I would say you don't need to build the 4-star faction miners in the early 40s. That's how my experience was. And a lot of the players that I still work with at that level range kind of the same way. You don't really need it. Your 3-star faction miners can do all your mining for you. And you're naturally probably going to end up with a 4-star faction miner from grinding. And then it is nice to have them in like the mid 40s because the better warp range and everything. But I would say, yeah, don't necessarily focus on that. Focus on your Valdor. Definitely get that first. That'd be your better bet. That Valdor. How you doing, Emperor Hot Dog? Good to see you. Is the ISS Jelly still a thing? Yeah. You want to build the ISS Jelly, but that's about it. After you build it, you stop. You want to build the ISS Jelly so you're getting the event. And the event is very valuable so that you can have all those resources like Rev did when he jumped from 46 to 49. And I now no longer have those resources. But yeah, you definitely want to build the ISS Jelly. You just don't want to really invest a lot of stuff in it. So. Those 4-star ore. What about ore? You're saying that's what you need the most of is 4-star ore? I need 4-star everything now. Got 1 million away team credits. Level 49 now. Use that on what ship? That's up to you, man. I mean, you could use that on one of the Tribune or one of the, the 5-star epics, or you can just wait around for whenever they add in 5-star ship blueprint or 4-star epics. Sorry. 5-star ship blueprints into the away team store. That's what I'm hoping and waiting for, is for them to make that addition. So, think about building a second jelly for Parabellum. Why? Just to do Parabellum or just to do Jelly Brawl faster? Why would you build second? It doesn't give you like an extra event. Top jelly in tier 3 at most. Yep. Hey, TJ. Good to see you. How you doing? Yeah, Parabellum has done one hit. Yeah, I don't understand the logic there. I assume they meant Jelly Brawl, and that's corrected the event. But, yeah. Do you have any of the scanners unlocked in the artifact gallery? If so, how's the hull boost? I do have a lot of them unlocked. And, again, that they're going to blend in with all your other research. Everything in the artifact building is just research. But I've got several of these unlocked. See my little buttons. So, like, there's my Hypo Spray for my shield health. There's my Endorian scanner for the shield health. And then there's also a couple of whole health ones in here as well that I've unlocked. I mean, yeah, they give you a nice little boost. But again, they're just research. They add to the other research. Like if you have prime hulls, well, that artifact is just going to mix in with that prime hull. No need to build a second jelly unless you're about to scrap the first one at max, save the mats. And the only time we would ever want to do that scrapping method with the ISS jelly is if you spent a significant amount of money on the primes. Other than that, it's not worth scrapping. You would have to be dropping a lot of money on those primes to make that valuable. So, what are the must-have primes? The must-have primes are the ones that came out for the station tree a couple months ago. the prime ship parts, and the prime engineering efficiency. Those are the best primes in the game as of now. Prime efficient ship parts and prime efficient ship engineering. Those tiered, layered, annoying primes. Those right there. That's the most valuable primes in the game. And let's go ahead and jump back this way. How much have I grinded out so far? 100,000-ish. That'll be good. And then we'll recall and we'll check our daily so we can finish all of our pulls. Why do we have spaceships designed like biplanes? There's no air in space because aerodynamics are cool. You never know when you're going to try to land your spaceship on Earth. $100% on those primes. Paul, you like those primes? Yeah, I mean, I hate the price point of them, but now that there's a free-to-play path to some of those particles, I'm a little bit more lenient on them, but I will never deny the value. They are very, very good. I would go as far as to say that you don't want to go into the 50s and definitely probably not into 6-star without them. So, you excited about the November arc then? Nice for a change. Simpliva, I'm going to leave all that in the captain's quarters. It incentivizes people to come to the captain's quarters. But, yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. Join Discord if you haven't already. 4 cubes and spheres. I have to fight those in Star Trek Infinite, and they're scary. And they're scary. Let me actually pull this. I'm running out of particles. So I actually need to start pulling that. I don't have any of that. We'll go ahead and do a double pull this. Trying to get all my refines done. This is a process that takes me so much time every day. But I guess it's worth it. What's the sourcing on those particles? If you're talking about the ones for the primes that I was just referring to, Victor, that's going to be the field training with Voyager. The Voyager field training gives you access to 1,200 of those particles. Let me come on and click all these. You're too broke for those? Hey, Samus. Play the game at your pace, man. Those primes will speed everything up for you, but I'm definitely not going to put myself in the poorhouse over them. So take your time. Enjoy it at your own pace. Let me go do a little bit of that grind as well. The pickle just blew up. Let's go ahead and pull our latinum because I've definitely gone through a lot of latinum. Oh, we got to go do this. Oh, gosh, so many things to do. We can double pull this now. That's good. Gives us some commerce insignias. And we are going to go back and spend those on ship parts. And just a reminder for those who are planning to go 50+, when your Voyager hits tier 8, you'll no longer get 4-star ship parts in here. So just something else to kind of have stuck in the back of your brain that you don't forget for those ship parts. Go ahead and recall that. And let's check our dailies. Click and click. 49 or higher. I could have sworn we've been doing that. Oh, I've been hitting some 48s and stuff. Scope is going to add something else to the G6 ships so the primes won't matter. Possibly Harrison, but I'm warning everybody now. Remember. When they release new areas in the game, i.e. 6-star, whenever that happens, it is going to be considered a premium area. It is not going to be expected for you to play there every day without spending money. So just be warned. If you are a higher player in the 5-star, do not expect to go to 6-star and play there without spending money. That is literally by design. They did that to G4. They did it to G5. Impossible to imagine they won't do it to G6. It will literally cost money just to play every day up there unless they do a drastic shift in how they've rolled out things in the past. So a lot of my friends, I even have 60s who are just going to like sit on the cusp. Like they're going to go maybe 61 and they're just going to chill and wait for the economy to get a little bit of balance. Matt, the captain's quarters is in my Discord for those who financially support the channel. What's the website that you can plug Scopely info into that will help you with ship crews? With ship crews, that would probably be the officer tool, but that's a spreadsheet with Lube and Stewie Doo, if that's what you're referring to. That's not really a website. Any chance I can add Meridian blueprints to the 2-star territory? I do with a pickle. Ardlac, I am going to continue to ask for that. I've actually been bringing that up all year. I've been bringing that up repeatedly all year and still haven't made any progress. But don't worry. We'll continue to push that type of feedback across. Because I agree with you. I mean, the fact that Meridian only has sourcing through event stores is kind of silly at this point, right? Like, what are we really holding it back for? Are people out here really buying Meridians? I don't think they are. And unless they share numbers, which they never would, you're not going to convince me that you're secretly selling Meridians, which is why you don't have it as some type of path. I think they just got lazy and forgot. So, the commerce insignia trading means that they aren't accessible. They are. It just is not in a time frame that you like. Keep in mind that you get your commerce insignias from doing your Ground of the Voyager like I just did, as well as different ships that can drop the commerce insignia boxes. The Borg that you summon can drop commerce insignia boxes, and then also the freighters in Dairy Queen space can drop commerce insignias. So there are ways to grind to speed up the commerce insignia. Do people want to do those grinds? No, they don't, and I don't blame y'all for not wanting to do those grinds. But there are ways to speed up the commerce insignia field training wall, because it is a wall, right? You see, I'm on it right now. I'm literally 10% through my wall. I'm 10% through my wall. But if you want to, you can try to grind to speed that up. I don't plan on doing it, but it is an outlet for it. I do agree that the milestone was set way too high, but I've actually already had that conversation with them, and they were like, yeah, it's not changing. So, you got your third Meridian in the last event store. Congrats, Victor. Do you enjoy having it? Meridians are big secret money. Yeah, no, Victor. Like, we're going to get, that's why they're doing it. It's secretly making them billions and billions of dollars. It's not. I just think that, I don't even think, I know that there are times that they literally just forget about stuff existing. And unless you bug them enough about it, never happens. Honest to God, I've experienced it a lot, where they're just legitimately, because they're so focused on new content, they will forget that we need to do XYZ Buffalo Bill Granny Tree over here. That's been so many conversations with the dev team. Well, game design specifically, because dev team does other stuff. But yeah, Dairy Queen space, DQ space, the Voyager stuff. Charles, you are here way too often to be answering these questions. Charles, you are literally here way too often to be answering these questions. This is Dairy Queen space. See? Here. Default. With your DQ hostiles. I don't have a Voyager in them, but they have the DQ hostiles. So Dairy Queen, so it's recall. I'm going to send you out to just somewhere I know where there are people. There are always people in Willonia. Charles, I just showed you where Dairy Queen space is. You recommend 40 to stop 42 or push all the way to 46? 42, Victor. 42. 42. Let me hit my refinery. Have we finished everything yet? Support. Oh, it's for these. Okay. We're going to big pull this one. This is for our rare skill point fragments. And then we'll get this for our ship parts. No problem, Victor. Happy to answer any and all questions. We're right around an hour, so we're going to wrap up here in a bit because I've got a lot of videos to do tomorrow. I got Star Trek Fleet Command videos and film study over a Saints win, which, gosh, that makes me so happy to have a Saints win to do instead of all the negativity. We get positivity. So that's going to be great. That's going to be great. But yeah, woo! I can't believe we've already been streaming an hour. That just shows you how much stuff there is to do in Star Trek Fleet Command because time flies when you're going through all your projects. All right, let me just start stinging folks here. Just got to get all my stings in so we can do our Strange New World officer draws. I've got the rares maxed, but not the epics. Congratulations on 49 reps. Still enjoying my 42 camp, but I'm done. My calculations for the 46 jump. I just got to work. Wish everyone a great one. Very, very nice, John. That's awesome. I do need to plug up all my new numbers into Spock's Club, but I've officially gone 49 now, and everything is different. Everything has changed. The world is just, I can see new colors. All right, cool. We finished this. Okay. And besides sending helps, I think that's all I'm doing for the day. But maybe we can go do some OPC hunting. So let's go ahead and recall this. We do need to go grind out Borg probes. That's something else I needed to do, was Borg probes. Yeah, I use Sync for Spock's Club. I use Sync for Spox Clubs. That way I can see things and calculate things, and it's a fantastic tool. So why don't we, you word promote it, because it's not like you paid me to shout it out. I just really enjoy it. I really use it. I think it's a fantastic tool. So yeah, we'll get our Spox Club busted out, get it updated, and then check at what my costs are going to be like to do any further upgrades, because I'm broke now. I'm broke now. I have blown my proverbial load here in the game. Let's go over here. Got the $5 Prime offers in the store, and I remember you said wait on claiming it. How long to wait and why? What $5 Prime? I don't know what you're talking about, Roy. I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to have to show me. Hit me up on Discord. Hit me up on Discord. I have no clue what you're talking about. All right, so we've already done that. All right, so we'll just get these stings in. Then maybe do some cargo hunting. Maybe. We usually save that for Monday nights on the Twitch stream, but all right, let me go back over here. We're just gonna dump. I think I need 2-star most. Are you talking about the tiered primes? All right, so if you get the tiered primes, you end up spending more money for the same amount. You end up spending more money for the same amount. If you're talking about the prime efficient ship parts and the prime efficient ship engineering, it's you end up spending what, $80 more if you go the trickle path instead of just buying the $100 pack at the level 40 plus range. Charles, what do you want to know about the locks in DQ space? Their missions or that you get, or their research. Charles, why don't you watch the videos, man? Charles, watch the videos. This is why we do them. So, came out with Voyager, Delta Quadrant for your superhighways. Right there. Delta Quadrant analysis for your superhighways. Delta Quadrant analysis for your superhighways. All right, let's see how many we got. 2 more. I don't want to overjuice. I don't want to over. By the way, is this person OPC? Is this person OPC? We don't all get the option to buy the big pack first. Yes, simply because the big pack doesn't show up until you're like 41 plus. Until you're 41 plus. So. You don't have Voyager? Well, seems like you need to work on unlocking Voyager first there, Charles. Still need to work on unlocking Voyager. You've been in the 40 since it released. It's still got the $5 pack. Well, then the game just hates you. That's because it should auto-adjust based on your level, what pack you're seeing, Simpliva. Welcome in, Miss Linda. Good to see you. How are you doing this evening? Why don't you open your daily resource pack? Why? I mean, I can, but it's not like a pressing need. Doing all my dailies is far more of a pressing need. How are you doing, Miss Linda? Good to see you. Let's one more sting. And start this repair. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Come on. And there. All right, so now I want to hold on, let me double check. Sometimes I've miscounted. All right, cool. We counted correctly. Yay, Rev knows how to count. Let's go make sure that we can claim all of that. Those are our building resources. Get our Taco Bells. And come back over here and get our juice in 1 day. I don't remember pulling that, but okay. Sure, Simpliva. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Because that's not, well, it shouldn't be right. That shouldn't be right. So. Huh. Interesting, Simp. Did you unlock Deeper Space yet? I jumped 4649 and Discovery have 41 missions done. I have not gone through all my missions yet either. It's going to be a long process here, Barkman. It's going to be a long process here before I start moving into like out here in the beta sector and everything. But again, I'm also not in a big hurry for it. I do have the warp range to start getting out here and then start working on things. But yeah, I plan on being at 49 for a while, right? One of my goals is to be over 100 million power here at 49. Like I want to be a top 10 level 49 player in the game. One of my goals was to be the top 46. Well, I was the top 46 on server 20. Well, now I'm going to pull up where we're at. Let's see. STFC. I'm going to see level 49s on server 20. Where am I at right now? I am... Oh, good Lord. I am around the 30th strongest level 49 as of now. And there are 5 level 49s on my server who are over 100 million in power. I mean, that's my goal, is to become the highest 49 like I became the highest 46 on my server. So, yeah. Where do you find your level? What do you mean, Miss Linda? What do you mean, Miss Linda? My level for what? Hope you and your family doing well. Thank you, Deck. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What number for 49? Are you asking like where I'll rank? I'm using the website stfc.wtf. Getting top 10 ops 49 is going to take you over a year? Probably not, Carissa. But we'll see. You're too negative, Carissa. This is why you drive a Ford. This is why you drive a Ford, Carissa. You're too negative. But yeah, honestly, I don't think it's going to take that much. Heck, just the docks and everything and the guns, when I get them leveled up, it's going to take up a good portion of those points. And then there's a lot of research for me to catch up on. A lot of research. So there's a lot. You go from 48 especially has a ton of research. They can just start going through, and I'm going to be speeding through a bunch of it. I won't say speeding through, but definitely going to be paying attention to it. So let me just read this up. Your combat tree was basically done. Well, it's not going to be done anymore. You can start progressing through all of this now, and that's going to be fun. And honestly, it's not very expensive or anything. I'm just saying I got to start progressing through all this. I actually have a prime sitting there I could do against enemy defense platforms. Not doing that, but didn't realize that was just sitting there. But yeah, I mean, I've got research out the wazoo to catch up on. I've got missions out the wazoo to catch up on. Like this tree, for the most part, was kind of done, and now I need to start doing all these. I'm going to save until we have another event. I'm not going to be blowing any more uncommon for a while. But see, rapid research, more uncommon to blow through. I've got a ton of stuff to catch up on. So you have the same goal, Rev. You're 46 until I go to 49, but after I'm number 1 on your server, 46. See, and I love that as a strategy. I think it's cool to set your own, goals and then reach them, and I think that's really neat. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and do this because why not? Because why not? I have finally got my outlaw tree set up in a much better position. All right, y'all. So I have finished all my dailies for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we got all our finds done. Let's check. All right, we can do a single one here. We're gonna keep it grinding though. Let's go get our gilded pickle back out. I'm gonna try to remember to double that, but we just kind of got to keep it auto grinding. I could manually grind it, but I've got a shield up until tomorrow night. So if y'all come to the Twitch stream tomorrow night, remind me to do it then. And we'll do some of that. You're going to camp at 48? Camp at 49. Sit at 49 and enjoy it. 48 to 49 is cheap. It's easy to make that jump. It's 49 through 50 is like a forced camp. Like you're going to sit there and wait. So let's see what we get here. Hey, 5 Strange New World Pike Shards. We'll take that. Another 150. 375. All these are all the rares because I've maxed all the rares. Anytime I can get some epics, that's real nice. There's a Hammer Shard, so that was good. We still need to go do this run, though. which means we're going to use this crew. I'm going to swap it around, use my Enterprise because it has full ship slots. And we're going to put Tao or Joe. And then, honestly, is my Talios finally big enough for this? Is my Talios finally big enough? Because I haven't really upgraded anything on it. It might be big enough to start switching over and using it now. We'll just have to wait and see. But I am going to wrap up for the night because it's getting kind of late, y'all. And I got to get content ready for y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I've answered your questions. If you have more questions, hit me up on the Discord or on the Facebook page, and I'll be more than happy to work with every single one of y'all. Y'all are all amazing. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Thank you for those that choose to support and donate. Remember, I can't do what I do without people like you. The people who hit the memberships and people who do the $1, $2 donos. Thank y'all for supporting me and the family. I really do appreciate it. I will see y'all all tomorrow. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. We're out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.